Everybody, Batjack JW coming to you. How about we take a look at the inside of this Ruger 1911 CMD model, otherwise known as the kind of the commander size. Anyway, we've done a little video on this beautiful Ruger, but I figured let's take a look at all the internal parts up close, every pin, every spring. How about that? So let's dive right into it and start disassembling this gun so we can look at all the parts. Off of the slide, we'll take a look at that. Hopefully the camera will focus here for you. There's the firing pin hole where that lives, and the extractor underneath. Locking lugs in there. So you get a feel of what you're looking at inside the slide. Moving on to the barrel. It says 45 auto right there. Locking lugs inside the barrel. Probably can't see that very well. There you go. And barrel link. We didn't take the pin out. Figured it's not that necessary. Okay, so we got the recoil spring guide rod. This is your standard length. It's not the extended or anything. It does seem a little smaller in the commander size, or the CMD as they call it. So it does seem a little shorter is what I mean. Alright. The plug. Look inside the plug. Barrel bushing. The barrel bushing is shorter. Those of you 1911 guys that are familiar with that, it's normally a little bit longer than that. So, all right. Firing pin with the firing pin spring. Seems like it's got kind of a gold look to it almost. Spring. Oh. That's the way it goes. Slide stop, slide release. Got the checkering on there, or the serrations, I guess. All right. The back plate. This is the cover that holds that firing pin and spring in place, and the extractor. There's the extractor. Kind of hard to, it's not focusing. There goes. Okay. All right, let's move on over to the frame. We'll do that. Give you a good look at the frame. Obviously, this particular 1911 has what they call the scratch. Here's the that's the tension and everything. Let's see if we can get this thing out of here. These things tend to live in there pretty good. Let's see if we can push that out so you can get a good look at it. This is what puts the tension on the engagement on your thumb safety and everything. Oops. There you go. Okay. And that lives right in here. All right. Ejector. Very clean looking metal in there. That's where the brunt of the recoil goes. There's your feed ramp. I always thought these spots here were strange. show you the other side here. This is why you want to take a look at underneath your 1911 grips. Put a little oil or grease under there, because you can see this one has got some spots of rust underneath the grips. They did bevel this out pretty nice. Prescott, Arizona. Alright, so what do we got inside that? All the parts that make it up. Grips, really nice wood grips from Ruger. Very impressive, I thought. Nice little logo going on there. It's the other end of the logo. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Alright, so looking at some of the guts of that, let's take a look at the hammer. The Commander style hammer, I guess they call it. I think Colts is the one that kind of started coming up with that. Could be wrong. Hammer strut right there. Polished flats. Let's look at some of the parts internally. Here's the sear. Hopefully comes into focus there. There it goes. There's the sear. And the disconnector. And that's the sear spring. The pins, these are the pins that hold a lot of this together. Alright. The trigger. There, it's in focus. Over travel control. The beaver tail grip safety. Got a little oil on it. There's where they filed and fitted the engagement on it. Thumb safety. Nice extended one, not ambidextrous, but nice and extended underneath. Note there is no real bluing missing right there, as usually that's where you file it to fit it. Maybe they fit them and then blued them after, which is a pretty nice touch. Alright, the mainspring housing, these are flat, aggressive checkering, pretty nice. The spring from the mainspring housing right here, got all of its components. Hopefully this thing will focus. There you go. Okay, that back, this lives down in here like that. It's held in by this little pin that's right there. Don't recommend you take this apart unless you absolutely have to. That's the pin that holds the mainspring housing to the frame. Not that that's all that important, but alright, here's the magazine catch and release. Right here, a little spring, and what holds it into the frame, little arm there. Alright, so there you have it. That's inside the Ruger.